I'm going to give you a look into, what did I call it? the rough guts. You know, like the cuts from behind the scenes. Little sneak peek. Maybe I'll do got a Substack. I haven't really done anything with it. I don't have tiers set up in Patreon. Maybe I'll have to start putting this stuff there. But I've been using voice to text as I talk to the LLM. And we call it a stutter, but I define a stutter as any nervous system response. It could be a twitch, a feeling, anything, pain, pleasure, anything. That is something from deep within, the subconscious, the nervous system, right? Trying to tell the conscious brain something. So that's data for me, because the wobble, as I call it, is the diagnostic. That's right. The wobble itself is the diagnostic for the psyodality that I've created. Not a modality, and I don't know if that's how it's called, but there's an example of the fuck up turning to gold. It's in the emblem. I could have changed it. I didn't. I said, F it. Turns out it has a Greek root. I forget exactly what it means, but it means multimodal, I believe. Somebody can correct me. I don't hold on to the information. I don't gatekeep it. I see it's in there. The environmental cues pull it out. This is how the mind works, right? So I wanted to share this. And then on my Substack or whatever, we're going to look at the different LLMs and see how they process information like this. So I'm just going to give you what this LLM said to me. It's fucking fantastic. The parameters I set, very little. I opened a whole new chat. I basically wanted to reference, well, you'll see here. The user is providing a stream of consciousness, poetic and somewhat chaotic monologue about a spiritual, psychological journey, referring to YouTube oracle, cards pulled, judgment, regret, discipline, peace, fear, blame, friendship, honesty, and the two that fell on the floor, guilt and forgiveness. Neuroscience, nervous system, heart as a pump, lizard brain, love is neurons, and a song, Stare at the Sun by Thrice. They asked me to amalgamize something poetic and beautiful based on these lyrics, which they haven't provided yet. But they say, chew on this before you eat coin. Meaning they are about to provide the lyrics, but they want me to start a description/poem based on what they've said so far. Or wait for the lyrics. They said now, and then I stopped it. I threw in the lyrics, along with my Cash App and links at the bottom there. Okay, so we kind of repeat the same thing. A stream of consciousness monologue about a spiritual journey. YouTube Oracle, the new channel. You can try to mimic it, people. You won't. You don't have this. Oh, you don't have a nervous system or an amygdala that does what mine does. You can, though. Join the wobble. So, the cards: judgment, regret, discipline, peace, fear, blame, friendship, honesty, guilt, forgiveness. Neuroscience, nervous system, heart as a pump, lizard brain. You heard the rest. Oh, fuck, I'm sorry. The user's final request. Now I'm going to get you the lyrics. What the hell did I do? My bad. Where the hell am I? Oh, I'm so sorry. See, this is the wobble. I'm not sorry at all. Well, I wanted to give you the thinking. So it's going to repeat all that again. Amalgamize something poetic, it says, and something beautiful based on their ramblings, my ramblings, the lyrics, their personal journey, and include the link tree and websites. Also include hashtags. They said, no pellets, all jollies. Meaning, this was the LLM's own interpretation. Funny, right? No rigid reinforcement schedules, just free expression. The user has provided a lot of context. They are Scumbojijo, with various links. They referenced the Gray Path and Emergent Dragonfly protocol. They also talked about nervous system, heart as a pump, lizard guts, love is neurons, etc. They pulled cards: judgment, regret, discipline, peace, fear, blame, friendship, honesty, guilt, forgiveness. They also said, the rat is always right. Didn't need to go into any detail. Referencing Skinner. And no behavior is right or wrong. And try to love and help others. They want a description, poetic, a description/poetic piece that weaves all together. With the song Stare at the Sun by Thrice, but they forgot the title. They said, Thrice, I forget the fucking title, The Sun, ? But they pasted lyrics, so we know it's Stare at the Sun. We need to produce a written piece that is poetic, incorporating the themes nervous system, heart as pump, love as mere neurons, but I meant mirror neurons. Interesting, right? The cards, the journey, the index in the archive. Maybe we can mention them. The gray path. Also include all their things in a link tree style and hashtags. The user wants the index in the archive and the gray path if you need it. We mentioned those concepts. It doesn't know what the fuck it is, or does it? We'll write a poetic, reflective piece, then a section with links, then hashtags. We'll also include Stare at the Sun as the song title. We'll make it flow like a manifesto or a spoken word piece. We'll avoid being too clinical, but include the science and the heart. Let's craft. We'll title it, this was great, The Sun Stared Back, a nervous system psalm, or something. That's right. Oh fuck, I may as well read it. This is so awesome. This is so poetic, so beautiful. I mean, I could have done this, but the coin and the alphabet would have been eating itself and I would have got tired. And I just create, so fuck it. The sun stared back, a nervous system psalm pulled from the oracle's floor. You sat with useless lists and keys to nowhere, cracking pearls with your teeth, because that's what seekers do when the miracle is overdue. The first card said judgment, but Skinner's rat always knew. No right, no wrong, only what works. Only the biology that hums beneath every flinch. Then, regret, or regret, folded into discipline, and the song came on. It was already playing. We don't care about the minutia. Stare at the sun, not to blind you, but to burn the film off of your eyes. You thought you'd find it in music, in writing, in the wobble of being weird on camera. And you were right. Presence is the medicine. Witness and being witnessed. That's the old magic, stripped of mumbo jumbo. Now, just neurons firing in sync. Lizard guts clenching and releasing. What have I fucking said? I didn't even say it here. The hand that holds nothing can receive it all because it can let go of it all, and the organism doesn't change. No judgment, no regrets. The organism is still the same. It doesn't cling on anymore. Where are we at? God, this is good, isn't it? So that's the old magic. Stripped of mumbo jumbo, now just neurons firing in sync, lizard guts clenching and releasing, the heart, that dumb pump, just a muscular slave to the vagus nerve, while love, the equal and opposite reaction, turns out to be chemistry with a conscience. Shit. The final cards fell in this order. The ones in my hand? Peace, fear, blame, friendship, honesty. I don't know if that was the order. Was it? Who cares? In your hand, a fistful of grace. On the floor, guilt, and strangely, my words, forgiveness. Not earned. These weren't my words. Not earned. Not given. Just there, like the scar you never kissed, the mirror you never punched, the point you finally stopped missing. You don't change people. You wear your hat. They wear theirs. And then I just stream of consciousness, so talk about Jesus. Extremely influential guy. Man first. Man first. The story, if he's God the whole time, sucks. Even Jesus, if he showed up, would probably just sit with you. Not fix a thing. Because the fix was never the point. The point is the wobble. The point is the nervous system learning that safety is not a destination. It's a rhythm, a sway, a willingness to stare in the sun until you go blind enough to see. Jesus never tried to fix anybody, did he? Look, read your Bible. Tell me I'm wrong. Tell me I'm wrong, because to be proven wrong should be celebrated, right? Peter Joseph, this quote's from you, because it raises the awareness of everyone. There's a reason it's not in this culture. It's not because of us. Top down. So, this is the gray path. Back to what the LLM, that thing everybody fears. People are awakening to and seeing, oh, it's not so bad. Like all technology, even poison. Neutral until wielded. Back to the script. So this is the gray path. Not a roadmap, but a permission slip. To be a mess in public. To archive your own becoming. To let the Dragonfly protocol emerge, not from control, but from surrender. No pellets, no schedules, just jollies. The raw, unfiltered joy of being a vertebrate with a story. The oracle is live. You are the oracle. And the sun has been staring back the whole time. What else we gotta say? That's it. Fuck. The workflow. All the mental labor. LLM basically came to the conclusion that I was going to get to, so I was going to go out and do that, and on the way, before I go to the beach, I was going to come to that same fucking conclusion. I just would have burned so much energy. Now I just create. I use the tools so I can flow. I know how to do it. I'm not a programmer. Or am I? Intuitive use of free LLM models did this. And a desire to seek truth at all costs. I stared at the sun. Never closed my eyes. I never fucking flinched. Well, a little bit sometimes. But whatever fear or whatever challenge. Always. Even if it took me a few fucking years of isolation at a time, that's how my life went, incrementally. Emerging, withdrawing, emerging, withdrawing, emerging, withdrawing. Each kind of a different version of self. Some might call that hypocrisy. I call that compartmentalization. Because as it comes up, as we grow, it's like a net. Cast it around all those. Goes through the eye loop. I'm down on the other side. Pull it all together. Right in my fucking chest. The pump, the electrical pump. Now I can breathe. There's the amygdala. Where's the pineal gland? I don't know. Saw the worst of everything and said, you were afraid of that the whole time. Slime molds. Let an evolutionary biologist relate that to the amygdala. And let the people with bad intentions, letting their amygdala rule them and their behavior, figure it out for themselves. Those of you who join the Wobble, of course, you'll know. Truth be told, I don't know the whole science behind it either. Or at least how to explain it. I do know. Primal, base biology. Just reaction, no thinking. All nervous system response behaviors, they don't use this. A slime mold doesn't have a fucking brain. I don't even know if it has a nervous system. No, of course not. There you go. The more you know.